Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, people. Hello and welcome to MHF, people. Hello and welcome to MHF. Liverpool are going to smash Chelsea by 5 and 7 goals, as Husam and Tom said yesterday. They think the people were not watching. We were absolutely watching. Everyone was watching that show. Tom and Husam, when they spoke about the possibility of
so you watched it and you still managed
and
to
a 7-0 and a 7-0.
Why are you
That's what they said. That's what Tom and go
Why
and watch the show on Tom Little's show. Go and watch the show. They actually spoke about the possibility. What if we win by 5? What if we win by 7? What would you do then? Would you do this? Would you do that? Yeah. They're speaking about smashing Chelsea by 5 and 7. We'll talk about that game. Of course, we're talking about Kai Havertz and Haaland, which is something we spoke about this morning. Kai Havertz putting up the same numbers as Erling Haaland. Is he better than Erling Haaland? Is he more important than Erling Haaland? We'll talk about that as well, of course. And also, we will talk about Chelsea title race. A lot of people said that Chelsea, if they win against Liverpool, it's a title race. Can they win the title? We'll speak about that as well. But big up everybody that is here. We're here, of course, with Husam, Don Husam himself, coming from national television, crashing it on Chelsea, on Premier League Fan Zone, of course. Charlie's here, one of the calm fans of Chelsea, of course. And Giuseppe is here. Big up everybody. Hit that like button if you're watching us now. Like the video. And if you're watching us on the replay, make sure to like the video before you go on and enjoy. How is everyone feeling? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good, man. Thank God the Prem's finally back. No more international. You know, no more of that boring stuff that no one really cares about, let's be honest. Yeah, can't wait. Big games as well.
Yeah, all good, mate. Looking forward to the weekend. Yeah, you know, great that football's back, and yeah, looking forward to getting stuck into things.
Why are you looking forward to the weekend? You're playing Liverpool. You're going to get smashed by 5.
No, you know, it's a test to see where we're at. You know, I don't expect a win, but I certainly expect us to cause problems. I think, you know, it'll be closer than many people think. I think we can get out there. We can win. But yeah, it's going to be tricky. But I'm looking forward to it because, you know, we got to test ourselves against the best teams and see how far we've really come.
Really? Are you going to speak or are you going to just be silent on the whole show? Sam? Are you going to speak or are you going to be silent the whole show? Is that it's your channel. It's not mine. It's not Footy Judgment. This is MHF.
You know, I realize
it's okay. You can speak. You're allowed to speak. You can say what you said with Tom yesterday. It's fine.
You know, I realize something more. You're very rude to our guests.
You know, we rarely have guests on MHF, and instead of letting Charlie shine and Giuseppe shine, you get me? And also, why is your order all over the place? Obviously, me and Charlie play each other, so put Charlie here, so me and him are on the same side. It's so obvious, Mo. It's these little things, you just don't know how to run the channel properly. Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Anyway, Charlie, tell me what you think. See, I have to ask the guest to speak.
Who invited you guys to the show today?
Mo did, but I told him
Who set up the show? Who set up the show, Hassan?
you did.
Okay, who did the thumbnail, Hassan?
Hassan.
I did actually. I did.
Big up Hassan. Anyway,
And then that guy
is,
tells me I'm rude to my guests.
yeah, Habibi, I told
I
you.
have some shame.
Can you stop fighting in front
Do
of?
you know what the problem is gonna happen is? Soon, I'm gonna like ask. Like, I want Liverpool to win the game, but you're getting on my nerves, and I want your humbling. So stop. Charlie, apologies. Sorry, Joseph. Go ahead.
Are you done? As I was saying, I wanted to get Charlie's opinion. You get me? Because I'm not here for just me. Everyone knows Husam's opinion. So let's hear a different voice, Mo. But obviously, you don't know how to pull the strings. I'm like McAllister. I'm like Gravenberg. I'm playing it deep from deep. I'm dictating tempo. And you know who
you're playing it from deep all night.
And you remind me who you remind me of, Mo? You remind me of Jordan Henderson. Just running. You're Soboslai. Just run. Relax.
Yeah, bro, I would love to be a Jordan Henderson. He's the best captain ever. The one that won your Champions League and a Premier League.
Yeah.
He's the best Liverpool captain
Actually,
in the
the
history.
best Liverpool captain ever is Graham Souness. Anyway, go ahead, Charlie.
In Premier League era.
Tell me what you think is going to happen this Sunday. And don't sit on the fence, please. Don't.
No. There'll be no sitting on the fence. No, look, I think we have to feel confident going there because we've started the season well. Like if we can't feel confident going to Anfield, like with the start that we've had, then we're never going to feel confident going there. But I'm also equally aware that the record at Anfield's poor. I think it's 1 win in the last 9 at Anfield, no wins in the last 9 matches in general against Liverpool. So look, we don't do well against Liverpool, but I look at the team and the way that we started. I think we will cause Liverpool problems. Now, I'm not saying problems are going to equate to scoring loads of goals and winning, but we've definitely got the players to cause issues. I look, the Van Dijk-Konate partnership is very, very good. There's no denying that. And I don't think we're going to get an awful lot of success out of them two. But I do feel that with the likes of Madueke, Neto, Sancho, Mudryk, whoever ends up playing, that we can have some success getting in behind the fullbacks. So Trent is going to leave space in behind, and Robertson or whoever it is on the other side is going to do the same. Now, that for me is where I think we can have where we're going to have our most success, whether it's Sancho down that side against Trent, whether it's obviously Madueke on the other side. That for me is where I think we can have the most success. It's fair to say that this is probably both teams' toughest test of the season. So we haven't come up against a defence as good as yours. And you probably haven't come up against an attack as good as ours. And likewise, we probably haven't come up against an attack as good as yours either. So it's going to be interesting. I'll be honest, I'll take a point right now because Anfield is a tough place to go. And it does weird things to people. Like it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, we should turn up and, play how we've played and take the game to you. And I do believe we should do that. But I don't know what it is about Anfield. There's something about it where teams just go there. They change the way they play. They sometimes put an extra man in midfield, or they play an extra defender or whatever, and they kind of cave into the occasion. Now, I think with Maresca, how he started, I don't get the feeling he's going to be that sort of guy. I think this team, these young players have shown that they're quite fearless. I don't think the occasion will get the better of them. I do think we can cause problems, but at the same time, I'm fully aware that for us to win, everything has to be 100% spot on from us, and Liverpool probably have to be a little bit below their best.
And listen, I respect that. Obviously, saying that in order for you to get something, Liverpool need to be below like the typical level, and there's a reason why. It's Liverpool is top of the league right now.
Can I steer the pot a little bit, Husam, for you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See how he says you can talk. I say 3 words and he interrupts.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to because I wanted your opinion, because every Chelsea fan, Husam, says this Sancho Trent thing. And I heard you yesterday on the top 6. Don mentioned it, right? David mentioned it. Dan mentioned it this morning Charlie mentioned it. Every single Chelsea fan putting their hopes on Jadon Sancho cooking Trent. Oh, they can play behind Trent. They can do this to Trent. You completely think otherwise. The opposite completely. I want to hear your thoughts on, because the first thing they say, oh, Sancho behind Trent, Sancho behind Trent. It's everything they say is that.
The problem with that logic is you can't talk about, a weakness in the other team using logic from 4 years ago, and you can't ignore your own weaknesses in your team. Meaning, this is not Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund, number one. Number two, this is not Trent from back then anyway. One thing about Trent is he has improved defensively. Like this season, he has literally not had a single bad defensive game. He has done well against every single winger he's come up against. Every single one of them. Done well. And we haven't even conceded a goal down his side. That's his fault. The only time we conceded a goal down the right-hand side was when Conor Bradley was playing against Hudson-Odoi. So he's been actually like flawless this whole season from a defensive perspective. Actually, Trent going forward has been underwhelming this season a little bit. But defensively, he's been on it. There's nothing he's done that I've complained about. There's been no winger that cooked him. He's been on job. He's just been doing his defensive duties. So I expect him to handle Jadon Sancho. And at the end of the day, listen, people are talking about Jadon Sancho and Trent. The real problem is Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea. That's the weakness that I believe we're going to target. I mean, the real weakness is we're talking about Trent versus Sancho. How about Mo Salah versus Vega? How about Diaz versus Gusto, who admittedly by the Chelsea fans themselves haven't had the best defensive time this season? How about Robert Sanchez out of nowhere with a bozo moment? How about the two centre-backs against Diogo Jota, who's a nifty striker, just like a fox in the box, can get in behind them anytime he wants? These are the things that people just don't take into account. People just don't think about. And we cannot just do glass half full for one team and glass half empty for the other team. I mean, I've just mentioned you literally 4 examples of Chelsea weaknesses. Gusto against Diaz, Jota against their two centre-backs, Mo Salah against Vega, Enzo Fernandez, and Robert Sanchez. That's 5 right there. And Robert Sanchez. So, like, for me, I stick by what I say because I haven't changed my mind. Palmer and Caicedo are the 2 players that I'm worried about. Those are the 2 players I rate. Those are the 2 players I think start for Liverpool. The rest of the team, I'm not worried about. I back the players that I have against them. Simple as.
Sancho on Trent, they say, oh my God, Madueke is going to cook Robertson. This Sancho hype has to stop.
3 of his goals in one game.
Bro, he has to stop this Sancho thing, bro. I swear to God, it has to stop. The most take-ons on the league. He's done this, he's done that.
Yeah, but Trent already played against a left winger who all he's good at is take-ons, Rafael Leao. We're not going to sit up here and act like Leao is a shit winger now. I mean, he's very good in terms of dribbling, and Trent literally pocketed him. Ask Giuseppe. He literally pocketed him against AC Milan. Leao had nothing against Trent, not 0, not 1% like of happiness in that game. So yeah, I'm calm, bro. I'm not worried about that game, to be honest with you. I'm really not. I think Chelsea need to be worried. When you have Mo Salah coming up against Vega, Sancho and Trent is the least thing you should be worried about.
Just on Vega, I think because Salah's definitely got the better of Cucurella, certainly over the last few games. I'm not saying that Cucurella being out benefits us. It doesn't, because he's massively improved and he's an important player for us. But part of me thinks, I'm not saying that, by the way, that Vega's going to pocket Mo Salah, he's going to keep him quiet, but it actually might be slightly better for us to have someone more physical up against Salah, because Vega's, is a big lad, he's strong, he's physical. It might be a little bit better for us. I'm not saying he's going to be more successful, but it might be something that maybe helps us out. I also think I'm a massive fan of Fofana, but him not playing either. Liverpool dangerous in the box, right? They've got a lot of tall players. You like your Konates, your Van Dijks and whatnot. Tosin's a big lad. Having a bit of physical presence in the box with him might actually help us a little bit in trying to defend set pieces, just in terms of having a physical presence in the box. Because with Fofana and Colwell, like, they're not bad, but there is a lack of physicality in there at the back. Whereas you put Tosin in, you've got that added bit of height, which could be beneficial to us in both boxes. But look, I'm under no illusions that Liverpool are obviously the favourites for this game. It's at Anfield, they're top of the league, they're playing some good football, but I absolutely think we have got a chance, for sure. And I don't think it's fair to say that Chelsea have got no chance in this game. I think we absolutely do have a chance. We've got the players that can cause problems. So for me, I have to feel confident going in.
1% chance is what
Can
I
I hold on? Can I ask you a question, Charlie? And let me turn it to Giuseppe after. Do you have more chance against Liverpool, or you have more chance against Arsenal? You're playing Arsenal at home and you're playing Liverpool away. Which one do you think you have bigger chance of winning?
Probably Arsenal at home.
Oh,
You tried it, Mo. Yeah, he tried.
No. I heard it earlier that someone
Anfield.
said that Arsenal. I asked this question and people said no. They think they can win against Liverpool more than Arsenal. I actually believe that. Of course, they have bigger chance than Arsenal. They're playing at home against Arsenal. I believe Chelsea have very low chance of winning this game. 100%.
Oh, it
The
definitely.
thing is, Charlie said something that Chelsea fans aren't saying. Charlie pointed something out. Fofana being missing is a big deal. We cannot act like that's nothing. Him not playing in the game is for me another weakness that opens up. Yes, Tosin is good in the air, but the other stuff is where Jota is going to take advantage. Running in behind, stuff like that, So I don't know what, to be honest with you, I'm not sure even, and there is a world in which this happens, and it could be crazy, but, Maresca is a Pep disciple, so he could overthink the big game. He could play Gusto left back and then play Disasi right back. I mean, it's a possibility.
Well, James is fit and available for selection. I'm not saying he's going to go straight in, but I don't know if Maresca is someone to overthink. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what I'm starting not concerned about, but we saw it the first game of the season against City. Like that was our other big game or whatever. Like he played all three of Lavia, Enzo, and Caicedo, and it didn't work. Because you have to put Palmer out right, and then it doesn't get the best out of the team, and then Enzo's got to play further forward, and it don't work. So I'm going to be interested to see. Like I think he's learned.
Yeah,
from
but I don't
that.
think Lavia starts either. That's my.
No, he doesn't, because he's not played enough. He was unused sub against Forest. But we got Conference League on Thursday away at Panathinaikos, and he's not in the squad for that. So you're thinking, well, if Lavia don't play on Sunday, then it's another week until he plays again. And he didn't play. He didn't play the game before the international break. He was unused sub. So you're sort of thinking, well, how much time does this guy need? So really, for me, like I don't think it would be a risk to start him, but I'd be very, very surprised if I saw him in a starting lineup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people keep saying this regarding the whole situation with like Chelsea. But I don't think they're going to throw all these players. Enzo Maresca is not going to start Reece James. He's not going to start Lavia. He won't. So I'm talking about what's available and going to start. He might bring on Reece James last 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is. Might bring on Lavia maybe 30 minutes or whatever it is. Fair enough. But I don't think they start. No. He's not going to throw them onto the deep end. And actually, if he throws them onto the deep end, that's a good thing for us. That's actually a good thing for us, because despite the fact that I do rate Romeo Lavia, if you throw him into the deep end and he gets like pressed 2-3 times and like maybe he struggles a little bit, that might work negatively against him, even though I do rate him. But for me, Enzo Fernandez is the weakness in that midfield. Enzo Fernandez is 100% the weakness in the Chelsea midfield. I know Gravenberch is going to target him. Remember what Gravenberch did to Kobe Mainoo at Old Trafford. They're going to do the same thing, but to Enzo Fernandez, the same exact thing. Because we already know what Caicedo offers. We already know what Cole Palmer offers. Those two things we already know. There's no need for us to question ourselves. But Enzo Fernandez is the one that they will press. And I see it this Sunday. You're going to see Enzo pressed every single time he gets the ball. And this is why Szoboszlai, the Chihuahua, it's the perfect time to run around. Perfect time to run around. So, I mean, Charlie had a player last season. Every single big game, he was incredible. Conor Gallagher. That's our Szoboszlai. Literally just run around in the big game, which you actually need. In the big game, you need someone to run around to give you a tactical role. Szoboszlai is not the best on the ball, not the best technique, but when it comes to pressing and running and work rate, he always has your back. So he's gonna run, he's gonna press Enzo, and I think this is where the game is gonna be played tactically. I would be more worried coming up against Caicedo, Dewsbury Hall, and Palmer than I would be Caicedo, Enzo, and Palmer. Big dead serious. And that's not because of lack of quality. That's because of the way that they play. The way that they're going to have to play.
They just say Enzo's dog shit. It's just simple. He's dog
this
shit.
season he has been.
He has been dog shit. Chelsea fans, some of the Chelsea fans want to say, oh, he's been all right. He's had some good halves. Overall, Enzo Fernandez has been the lowest quality player at the Chelsea team. From the players, apart from the Badiashilis and the other guys, right? From the team that play in the league, Enzo Fernandez has been the worst player on the pitch for Chelsea. Most games. That's the thing in my. So if he plays, by the way, if Enzo Fernandez plays this game and doesn't perform, I think he's dead for Chelsea, for Maresca. I think it's done. It's over for him. It's over. He's gonna start playing Shrewsbury Hall. I think this is the game.
He won't do that. He won't do that.
Why?
But because because one, he's made him part of the leadership group and he's captain the team. Two, he's like whether we like this or not, there's an expectation from above to play the big money signing. So he's going to play regardless of what happens. If he's crap in this game, he'll play the next game. He'll start next weekend against Newcastle. Like this is what happens. But what I'm saying is though, with Maresca, at least he's actually subbing him off in games now. So like if it gets to 60 minutes and he's not playing that well, he will take him off. But in terms of starting games,
will it be too late by then though?
It could be too late. It could be too late by then. But Shrewsbury Hall hasn't even made the match day squad for the last 2 Premier League games. So to expect him to suddenly come in to replace Fernandez, or if Fernandez don't play well in this game, is just not going to happen. Like Shrewsbury Hall's got to start making squads first before we get to the point where we can consider him replacing Enzo. Look, I like Enzo. I don't see. I think his quality on the ball is that's not in doubt for me. As I said to you at the start of the week, Mo, when we were chatting, like, yeah, my concern is his lack of athleticism, which I think can be a problem, and particularly his off the ball, his positioning out of possession and his discipline off the ball is not great. Lacks a bit of physicality, does get beaten in a lot of duels, a lot of 50-50s, doesn't tend to win them. But we don't have a midfield player in the team that can pass the ball like him. So that's where kind of the problem is. But if he's playing like he did against Forest in that advanced number 8 position, I need my midfield player to be arriving into the box. Because when we get it out wide and you look up and there's only Jackson in there, you're looking for your midfield players to get into the box, and he's not getting into the box. So there's work to be done. There's improvements that need to be made, and for the money paid, the performances, I'm fully aware the performances haven't been what you would expect.
Yeah, 100%. Before we go on to Giuseppe now, from from an Arsenal point of view, guys, we need guys. It was 500 people here. We're in 60 likes, 60. This is dog shit.
That's Nicholas Jackson conversion rate.
No, I was going to say that's Darwin Núñez conversion, isn't it?
No, Darwin Núñez would be like 10 likes.
Guys, hit that like button, people. We can't get to 300 likes. The like button is underneath the live chat. It looks like thumbs up. It helps the channel. It helps the show. Hit that like button. To you, Giuseppe. What do you see happening in the game? Can Chelsea go toe-to-toe? You believe?
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't see a realm in Chelsea winning. To be honest, I can't see that happening. But I can see, I can see the possibility of there being a draw, and the draw will be this reason only: Liverpool not converting their chances, which we've seen this season in a few games, the Crystal Palace game, so the Nottingham Forest game, certain games that these guys should have been gone. And they weren't. Now, if that happens against Chelsea have the attack to punish them once or twice and get a goal or two. And if Liverpool don't finish them off, it can end in a draw. I can actually see that happening. As an Arsenal fan, I want that to happen. Like, it's really hard because I really want Chelsea to lose because I feel like...
Why?
Because I feel like these men need humbling more than, like you say, Husam needs humbling, but I think Chelsea fans need humbling because the way they're going on this season, you were saying Lavia shouldn't be thrown in the deep end. Well, according to a lot of Chelsea fans I'm speaking to, he's the best DM in the bloody league. So if he's the best DM in the league, then
but he is though. If you watch his time at Southampton, he is though. He was every single top team wanted him.
Say he is the best now. Say it without smirking. There you are.
There you
Yeah,
are.
let
So
me do
obvious
the
when
thing.
Mo's trying to bait someone. It's so
Yeah,
obvious.
Let me do. Yeah.
No,
See,
listen,
yo,
it's
look
not.
how
It's
he's
not.
smirking,
He's just
Smirk
not the
more,
best
smirk
DM.
more.
He's just not the best DM in the league. Let's be honest.
Based on
yeah?
his time in Southampton, every single top team wanted
What
him.
does that mean?
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, he was amazing against all the top 6 teams.
Okay, but what
He's-
does
And
that
according
mean?
and Buendia was the best 10 in the league apparently when he was at,
Can I?
when
Can
he was
I?
at Norwich.
Okay, let me just
And
show
Man
you something.
City wanted Declan Rice.
Okay, hold on, guys.
And
There's
now
500
everyone's
people
calling
here.
you shit.
Okay, hold on, guys in the chat. Okay, honest. Okay, no bias. Forget tribalism.
Yes.
Lavia or Declan Rice would you take at your club now? If you are a Liverpool or an... Oh, hold on. Let me just show you. Guys, one answer only. One name. Lavia or
Don't
Declan
say
Rice?
show you because the Chelsea fans have no IQ. That's just the truth. Okay.
Yes,
Sorry,
have some
Charlie, it
respect.
doesn't apply
Charlie's
to
here.
you.
Have some respect.
I just said it doesn't apply to you, so hold that. I
Mo.
told him you have high IQ.
Mo,
from
who'd
the
you
start.
take at Inter? Who'd you take at Inter? Out of them two.
Take
Rice.
fucking Declan Rice, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, then no, I'm just making
Bro,
sure. I'm just making
Declan
sure.
Rice has
I'm
won
taking
more...
Rice as well.
Bro, if you just hear the statement, Declan Rice has won more man of the match awards for Arsenal than Lavia played games for Chelsea. I'm not talking about games, like games.
This is what I'm saying. So listen, but Chelsea can get. There's a realm where Chelsea get a draw. That's what I want because I want them to lose to get humbled, but at the same time I want to win the league and I'm looking at the league form. So I'm saying Liverpool draw this game. Then we've got Liverpool next. We beat Liverpool. That gives a nice gap between us and Liverpool. So that's what I would like to happen. But I don't see it. I think Liverpool will win this. I think Liverpool kind of need to win this going into the Arsenal game next.
That's the real tough test right there.
Yeah, so it's going to be
This is
interesting
just a
to
practice
watch.
match for me.
And I think
Practice
it's going to...
against Chelsea to get ready for Arsenal. That's how I'm looking at it.
It's hard, man, because Chelsea, once again, they're all right, but I think they're overhyped a bit, man. I generally do. When I watch them, they have games where they like the Wolves game and stuff when teams don't
How
play
are they
well against them.
overhyped? Can you explain to me? How are they overhyped?
When I say overhyped, I'm talking about the people that think
love
that
this
these
type of
guys
that.
are on the level of Arsenal and stuff. Like they're talking that they're in the title challenge and stuff like that. Like just they're getting overhyped now. They have certain games where they pipe teams and they put goals against them. Then you hear certain Chelsea man going, "Oh yeah, mate, 6 against Wolves. That's it, mate. We are here. We're going to outscore teams this season." When they're playing teams that don't even know how to defend against them, mate, because they ain't giving them the respect to even low block them or anything like that. Which, listen, Chelsea are doing all right this season. I'm not trying to rain on their parade and say they've been crap or anything like that. They haven't. They've been decent. But I just think that a lot of the fans are one step ahead of what they are right now. And I just think they do need that humbling. So in an ideal world, I wouldn't even mind Liverpool just absolutely tearing them apart and just humbling them a bit. But you never know, man. You never know because Liverpool do seem to give teams a chance this season. That's the one thing about Liverpool this season. And it's funny saying that when they've only conceded 2 goals, but to be honest, even though they've only conceded 2 goals, they're lucky because that's the reason they're top of the league right now, because they haven't been like wiping teams away. Like they've kept a lot of teams in games.
But I hate when people Giuseppe. Please don't turn into one of those. Please. I hate when people do this. It's like every time it's like best case scenario for a wrong club, and just like everyone else is just lucky to be there. How did you feel when people called you lucky against Leicester?
No.
Listen, against Southampton.
Yeah. No,
when you drew to Brighton at home, when you drew to City away, we have the stat that this debunks your argument is the following: Liverpool have the lowest XG conceded in the whole league, and 60% of that whole XG came when we were 3-0 up against Man United and we just kind of gave them the ball a little bit and they had a couple of chances. So throughout 7 games, when you have the lowest XG conceded in the league, you cannot say that we should have conceded more, because these players that you talk about are part of our team. Raya that saves you is part of your team. Saliba that saves you is part of your team. Gabriel that saves you is part of your team. I said the same thing when I worked with you, Giuseppe, 3 weeks ago. I said Liverpool haven't played anyone and we need tougher tests and blah, blah, blah. But then I took a step back, and Mo remembers last week, I was like, okay, Arsenal have conceded goals to Leicester and Southampton. City have conceded goals to Fulham and Brentford. So obviously we're the strongest defense in the league by definition. That's what I'm saying. Like when you concede the least shots on target, the least shots, the least XG, that can't just be luck. Like if the stats prove what the eye test is showing, and this is the thing now. I'm realizing this now once and for all. People come tell me, Husam, you were lucky to beat Crystal Palace 1-0. Crystal Palace had moments, and I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, okay, so like the one Mateta shot is the thing where like, oh my god, Crystal Palace should have got something in that game. You take this one individual moment from that whole game. When I said Fulham should have got something against City, Adama Traore had 2 1-on-1s. Jimenez hit the post. I'm talking about multiple big chances. In that Crystal Palace game, it was like one shot. Jaros came on, who's like 18 years old. All 3 of you probably never heard of him before the game. He barely has the mustache. He's that young. And he didn't have to do anything against Crystal Palace. And Wolverhampton Wanderers, you're talking about us being lucky. Wolves, we dominated the whole game. Konate has a bozo moment, gives the ball to a Wolves player. Other than that, we were comfy all game long.
By the way, I never said you're lucky. I never said that. I said you keep teams in games at the moment, and I get it because we do the same. I'm not trying to say like you and then trying to say about us. We've been doing the same in certain games, letting teams stay in games, and certain teams, certain days, they're going to punish you for that. It happened against Nottingham Forest for you guys, you know, at Anfield.
But who's the most comfortable team in the league when you're watching them?
I honestly
don't say Arsenal.
It's between Arsenal and Liverpool.
Probably
you probably listen.
You were second best in most of your fixtures. Fixtures were tough.
That's a lie.
And there are circumstances.
That's a lie. What games? Name the games we were second best in.
Brentford, Villa.
Brentford.
Not Brentford. Sorry, Brighton. Villa, you were second best.
Brighton, we weren't second best.
Even in the first half, you were second best. You're second best. Yeah. It was 50-50. Yeah, it was second best. Also circumstances. Okay. City, you were second best. Of course, because of the circumstances, right?
Yeah.
But this is what's in front of us. Villa, you were second best. You won in moments.
I don't think
Spurs,
so.
It was Spurs, you were 50-50, but you were second best in terms of position. You had a corner. So more than half the games. Am I wrong? Of course, the fixtures are tougher than anyone else, right? But this is the sample size. Well, Liverpool, all the games, they were the best team on the pitch. They weren't blowing teams away, but they're the best team. Why do people ignore the fact that Arsenal still haven't played the easy teams yet? Weren't you behind against Southampton?
Yeah, but
okay.
Come on. Yeah.
How many times you were behind? How many times you were behind, Husam? I think
How many times we were behind?
Once.
None.
Forced.
Yeah, but that's why I can't say we're behind because we never came back. We just lost the game.
Okay. Yeah. So that is, but people think
we went so 1 down basically one time only this whole time.
Arsenal fans need to be honest with themselves. Arsenal fans need to be honest with themselves. We haven't yet seen the Arsenal of last season, the last 16 games.
No, they haven't.
Am I wrong to say that?
No, listen, the one thing I will say to argue back to that is one, I think it's the way we're deciding to play right now.
Yes.
Second is when you say that the Southampton game, we were all over them. We rotated heavily in that game. Probably unrotated. We probably smoked them in the first half, and they ain't even getting a sniff. And to be honest, since near enough the start of the season, we ain't had our key player, in my opinion, of controlling games.
So do you know what you're doing, Giuseppe, with all due respect? Do you know what you're doing? I put a statement out. You said, no. But all what you're doing now is giving the reasons why I put out that statement.
By the way, I'm not saying
Am I wrong?
No, I didn't. I said
we didn't have the circumstances.
I've said us
cards.
or Liverpool. I've said us or Liverpool. Yeah, the most comfortable team, and that's because once again, when I'm watching Arsenal, I still don't think like, okay, you can say the last 2 games, you can say the Southampton game. We never looked like conceding until we conceded. Like they would never. No one ever thought
Liverpool never looked like conceding whatsoever.
I see. I feel like differently when I'm watching them. I felt like in the Crystal Palace game, it looked like they could concede, at any time. Actually, at the end of the game, I felt like they held on a bit in that game, to be honest, personally. Yeah, I think fair enough, the Wolves game, they dominated. Listen, at the end of the day, Liverpool are playing good. This is the biggest test for them because I don't actually feel like Liverpool have had much of a test yet. And I'm waiting to see that.
That's definitely fair. It's their biggest test. It's Chelsea's biggest test as well, but it's definitely Liverpool's also.
Complete nonsense. Man
Well,
United
who
away
have
is our
you played?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Sam, have some shame. Have some shame. Have some shame. Bro, you cannot tell me.
If Liverpool play Tottenham Hotspur away tomorrow.
Oh, no, that's not the question. That's not the question.
If Liverpool play Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, it's an easier game if Arsenal go to Spurs, regardless how shit Spurs are, because it's a rivalry. When Liverpool play Man United, it doesn't matter where Man United are in the league. And let's not forget, Man United just came off the back of beating Fulham as well. And Man United fans were confident, all high and mighty, telling us, oh, we're above you in the league and all that shit. Man United, we lost to them at Old Trafford 4 months before that game. When it's a rivalry game and I'm going to Old Trafford, you can't tell me it's not a tough game. That's the two biggest clubs in England coming up against each other. And my problem with this whole conversation, if I had spoke to both of you pre-game, you'd went like, this is Liverpool's first tough test. I mean, they played Brentford and Ipswich. They won the first 2 games. Let's see how Slot does in the big game. We go to Man United, dominate them, win 3-0, and all of a sudden it's no longer a big game. That's bullshit, Giuseppe, and you know it. And that's bullshit, Charlie, and you know it as well.
I didn't say
Ten Hag
calls out.
Ten Hag doesn't even have 10 points, my guy. Yeah, please. Yeah, they're so bad
other
this year.
people's lines, please.
Yeah.
Stop.
Listen, I will.
It was
steal
a Liverpool
all the
fan that
lines.
said that as well.
Yeah, I will steal all the lines. Yeah, he hasn't even got 10 points, my guy. You cannot try and say that this. I hear you on paper on the thing of Man United. Right now, Man United.
I have to ask you a question. You're waffling. I have to ask you a question, Giuseppe. Which one is a tougher game for Liverpool? Spurs away or Everton away?
That's different. That's different.
Spurs are monumentally better than Everton. I'd rather play Spurs away every day than play Everton away.
No, but you're talking about a team. Everton's a team that currently, regardless of how bad they are, they'll get up for that game. We're talking about Manchester United that right now can't get up for nothing. They can't get up.
This is
Bro,
not true.
Leicester
This is
is
not
currently
true.
they
got up for Man City in the FA Cup final.
No, but that was different. That was a different.
How's that different? They always turn up against Liverpool. Always.
I'll be honest. This season, right now, I feel like Bournemouth this weekend is a tougher test for us than if we had Man United this weekend. I'm being honest. I'm not even trying to disrespect them like that. I actually think right now they're so
from your perspective. But for you, Spurs away is a tough game, regardless, even if Spurs are shit. And I understand that. Why can't you understand the reverse? Me and Mo and you and Charlie, I've never met you before. The first time working together, big up.
Is that the first time you meet Charlie?
I said I've never worked with him before.
Have some shame, wallah.
Can I make my point?
You acting like a celebrity now. Charlie's a celebrity, bro.
Be quiet.
Charlie's a celebrity, bro. Don't do this.
You did shows on the Football Terrace, both of you. If I go back to the top 6 show or the shows on Straight Facts before Liverpool went to Old Trafford, and I hear any of you saying that it was a tough game, I'm going to shit on you for the rest of the year. Do you accept? Or do you now take back what you said?
I accept. Can I
what did you say?
Don't talk about me. I am opposite of you. I said this is going to be a very easy game for Liverpool.
Once again.
You know that. You remember me and you?
Don't lie, Giuseppe. Say what did you say before?
I can't fully remember what I said before. I probably did say it would be a tough game.
Chat, we need the clip. Straight facts. The day on a Friday, Giuseppe was the Straight Facts. Come on, before the game.
I'm going to go to the Football Terrace. This is how petty I am. I'm going to go to the timestamp.
Here's the thing, though. Regardless of any of that, yes.
No, there is no.
No.
There is no.
Bro, he's not gonna let it go. He's not gonna let it go. You know, he's not gonna let it go.
We're talking right now. We're not talking what we thought would be a tougher game. We're talking about what it is right now. Manchester United have been crap this season. It wasn't a tough game for you.
Okay.
It was one of you. I'd argue that it was your easiest game this season.
After the fact,
in hindsight, after the fact. We're talking before the fact, not after the fact.
Do you know what Terry predicted? Do you know what Terry predicted?
You're saying Chelsea's a tough game. If we win 7-0, you're not going to say.
No, I'm saying it's your biggest challenge. I'm saying right now, as of right
now, Giuseppe, hear me out. every Man United fan actually predicted that they backed their team because it's a derby. I was like on the football terrace. I told Terry, "You're losing the game." He's like, "No, man. It's Man United versus Liverpool. Biggest game in English football. My players will be up for it, regardless of the manager. The stadium will be rocking." So that's also how Liverpool thought about it.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
my
I get
point.
Chelsea,
No, I agree.
Chelsea going to Anfield. Okay, on paper, it's tougher than Liverpool going to Man United. 100%. What are we talking about? The fact that Liverpool blown them away and like fucked them up, right? It's hindsight. That's hindsight now.
Yes. Once again, yes, I agree. But if we're going off the sample of what we've seen this season right now, of all the teams that Liverpool have played up until now, yeah, Chelsea's the best team that they're playing. The team that they're playing this weekend, Chelsea, is the best team that they've played this season.
100%. We agree with you.
Yeah,
I
it
agree
is,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And
I
that's
agree.
what my point is of saying this is going to be their toughest test so far. Man United, we thought was going to be their toughest test. We were wrong. Man United are crap.
I
Yeah,
agree. That statement, yes. That statement, yes.
What did you just say, Giuseppe? Say that again, please.
We thought.
We thought that it was going to be their tough game, meaning we're speaking now before Liverpool Chelsea. Same way at the time we were talking before Liverpool Man United.
Yes.
In hindsight, it looked like an easy game because we slapped the fuck out of them. Giuseppe, you just made the list. I'm gonna add your name to the list now. You just made the list. 'Cause you've been
Hey,
doing
stop
too
taking
much.
other people's lines.
I have
Yeah?
just said
That's Chris Jericho's line.
I don't even
Yeah.
watch wrestling. That's this the thing that just pisses me off is I acknowledge that rivalries is tougher for certain teams. Mo supports Inter Milan. Inter Milan are astronomically clear of AC Milan. Still, because it's a derby, it's a big game. It's not as easy to beat them as
Of
maybe,
course.
let's say, Fiorentina, Lazio, these other teams, because of the rivalry. It adds to it. Same way Spurs are crap. When Arsenal went away to Spurs and won, I gave Arsenal massive props because you went to your rival and you won in their backyard. These things matter in football. Same way,
I
who's
hear
Charlie's biggest rival? Fulham. If he goes to Fulham away, it's a tough game for him. And it's
Listen.
normal because Fulham are going to give their all. It's the
I get
local
it,
rival.
But this ain't
There is
Manchester
nothing wrong
United
with
anymore.
acknowledging that rivalries make games difficult. Nothing.
It does, but it didn't. That's what I'm saying. It does, but it didn't.
Guess
What?
Rivalries are meant to make games more difficult, yes, but it didn't. This Man United ain't Man United anymore. Once again, it doesn't matter. Forget the rivalries. These players don't understand. These men don't understand that that's a rivalry. From
Well,
what we've seen,
I have this feeling this game is going to be much easier than what we think. And Liverpool is just going to cruise a 2-0 or a 3-1. And Maresca is going to attack, try to play toe-to-toe. Liverpool going to take them apart. Why do I have this feeling? I don't know. But I actually don't know. I have the feeling that it's going to be
can
as
see that
easy.
happening. I can see that happening
Yeah.
as well.
I don't want it to happen because I want more entertaining game. But I have this feeling that because now even the most like conservative Chelsea fans, and we're gonna ask Charlie this, how Chelsea should play. The majority of them told me that we should go and play our game toe-to-toe with Liverpool at Anfield. And I'm like, what? I don't know, but go ahead, Giuseppe. I'm sorry, but I think it might be as easy as
Listen, I agree. I think it's either going to be that or it's going to be once again. I from what I said, even when I said about the draw, I think Liverpool are going to dominate this game. My only point is that I feel like Liverpool could keep the door open for a draw by not putting away enough chances. That's my only thing.
can.
That they can
Can.
score a goal and then maybe they don't get the second of that, and then Chelsea hit them with a goal out of like a counter attack or something like this. You know, that's the thing I can see. But at the same time, I can see Liverpool walking through them, definitely being at Anfield. But once again, yeah, this season they've lost the game already at Anfield.
I was told to tell you to stop waffling, by the way, by somebody. I'm not gonna mention the name. Yeah,
I know
someone you
exactly.
know very well. Someone
Me.
you know very well. Yes,
Me,
yes.
it's
Yes.
Staffy, 100%.
No. It's Dio.
Oh, Dio. Oh, listen. Tell Dio he still thinks we're gonna beat the Chelsea in defensive record, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
No one's beaten that.
No one in this. Listen,
That's never been beaten. This is never going to happen.
No. I agree, and I said this at the start when Arsenal fans were saying it. It was Souls and Dio, and I just said to them, "Listen, the way football is now, you can't do that. Like, there's too many goals in football now. for you to keep them records. I think back then.
Yes.
But-
Everyone stop. Everyone stop.
This guy.
I told you I'm petty.
I'm on the
and
show.
You found it.
Everyone, watch
Okay,
this,
come on.
watch
Okay,
this
let
right
me do it
now.
after the show.
Watch this. Who just called you?
Dio's calling.
What did Dio say?
You're live, Dio, by the way. You're live on MHF.
Okay, good. Okay, go on, Giuseppe. So what did you say that? I still think we're going to beat Chelsea's record. Yes, I do think we're going to beat it. I still do think we're going to beat it. Believe what you want. I believe strongly that we have what it takes to beat the record. Simple. That's my belief. That's
You
a
think
belief that I
hold
have.
on. So you think we're going to concede less than 15 goals? 15
He can't hear you,
goals.
guys. He can't hear you.
Oh, 15 goals.
You've already let in 6.
No, we've already. Mate,
Watch
we've
this. Watch this now. The Giuseppe
Anyway.
waffle has been exposed. Watch.
Already.
No. This guy
Dio, we gotta.
I told him I'm petty, and I told him don't mess with me. Now watch how he said that. Apparently, it's an easy game, right? Watch now, Giuseppe. I'm gonna show you Giuseppe now, live and direct, what he said before that game, because I know how people love to always lie. Here,
I didn't
I always
say
bring. I'm gonna watch the whole ad, so Terry makes money. So I'm just literally the ad is playing right now. I've time stamped exactly what Giuseppe said. Now watch.
Hey, you didn't cut. You're good at clicking.
No. I don't
I'll
care.
probably say more.
I don't care. I'm gonna go right now. Watch this space. Watch this. This is what you get, Giuseppe. Here. The top 6 show. Man United hosts Liverpool. You guys see it, right? Watch.
Yes, there it is.
Watch.
Welcome to a very special edition of the Top.
Though, as well. Everyone's saying about United.
One
but,
second,
like,
Habibi. 1 second. 1 second. 2:14. And I'm just gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna go back here.
In the rebuild, not the manager,
Now
but
watch
the
what
rebuild
Giuseppe
this
said
early.
before that
But
game.
part of it is
We're
still
gonna do
seeing
this.
better performances
have
week
all
in, week
day.
out. And I still want to put the expectations on this team to win, because that's the only way we're going to become a more consistent team, is by having expectations and criticizing the mistakes
Listen to
while
Giuseppe now.
still
gonna
understanding
talk
that
now,
it
listen.
takes time to grow. So
Hardly
I'm looking
listen
forward to
to
the game.
Giuseppe.
It's always an amazing one, but I'm going for a 2-1 Man United win. I'm backing my team this weekend to do it.
Can I just ask?
on Liverpool.
I love it.
On Liverpool though, as well. Everyone's saying about United, but like I'll be honest, there's a bit on Liverpool as well, mate. They haven't been challenged yet this season. I know, like they've looked good in their 2 games. By the way, no, they haven't. They've looked good in 1.5 games, because that first half against Ipswich, better team. They start that game against Man United the way they started that first half. United could be 2 goals ahead at half time. So I think that like Liverpool have looked good, and they could well and truly just beat United. But I do think there's this thing of a lot of eyes are going to also be on Liverpool, because they're finally having a challenge. They've played Ipswich and Brentford.
See?
And Brentford was at Anfield.
Didn't I tell
so-
you? I know. Stop. No. Don't talk. I stop this fraudulence right now. Everyone has been exposed to your fraudulence once and for all,
No,
Giuseppe,
but-
because I remember what happened. I know what people said before that game.
It was
You
2
thought
games into the
4K.
season, though.
Before that game
Before we
happened,
knew.
it's gonna be Liverpool's biggest challenge. We go slap Man United 3-0. He's like, oh, Chelsea now is gonna be Liverpool's biggest challenge. In hindsight, you say that shit, but before the game, you didn't say that. And that's what I asked you. I was like, can you be honest about it? And I'm not gonna be petty if you just be honest and admit the fact that you said it was gonna be a tough game. We just
No,
exposed
Listen,
you.
yes,
here you
but
are.
once again, that was 2 games into the season. Yeah, that was
Oh, don't do
that was the
Just-
3rd
just
game.
hold
No,
it.
no,
Please,
obviously,
don't do it.
I hadn't seen how bad Man United. I didn't
Please.
realize how bad
Please.
Man United were.
Please.
Yeah,
Please.
this game here there's a bit more into it.
Mo, why are you quiet, Mo? Why can't you admit when I'm
Right,
right?
can I tell
Yeah,
you this now?
he's explaining. Yeah,
Can I tell you this?
respect our
Explaining
guests.
what?
yeah.
It's so
Respect
obvious. Why
our
are you
guests,
quiet,
yeah.
Charlie, as well?
Let me answer it like this.
Respect,
Let me answer
respect
it like
the
this.
guest, yeah.
Let me word it like this, right? I believe personally that this game right now, Anfield against Chelsea, is a tougher game for you than if you were playing Manchester United at Anfield this weekend. If you're
I agree
playing
with this.
Manchester
I agree with
United
Yeah, of course
at
it is,
Anfield
yeah.
this weekend,
I
I
agree
think
with
that
this
would not
take
be-
now. I agree with this
Yeah.
take now. After the Man United game, yes.
and that's why I'm saying that I think this.
But
is
that's literally my point. We're talking pre the Chelsea game, pre the Man United game, not after.
once again-
Okay, guys. I actually clocked it now. The thing about it, Sam thinks this game is going to be easier than the Man United game for them away. He thinks it's going to be a 3-goal margin.
Okay.
I don't think you guys are getting Osam's point. We all think it's going to be a 1-goal margin or a draw. He thinks this is a 3+ goal margin game. So he thinks it's not a test for me.
What,
I'm walking this game.
Sam, what happens if you lose? What are you going to
He
do?
shuts his YouTube channel for 2
You,
days.
you just
He
you do
shuts
it.
his. He
If-
did-
if-
he
Oh,
is
if-
done.
if-
if
if-
Chelsea beat us, I'm done. Yeah, like
You're
I'm just-
done, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna get roasted.
Do you know what he
Everywhere.
said? If they win by 2+ goal margin or 3 goal, he's gonna present himself as the Chelsea daddy until Liverpool face Chelsea again in the second half of the season. But I want you to tell people now, how would you present? How should I present you if Chelsea win at Anfield every show we do together?
No, you shouldn't.
People in the
There's no
chat,
way.
hold on. People in the chat, I want suggestions. He said he's gonna be the Chelsea daddy. If Chelsea win, I want a suggestion. How should we present Husam? I need the good
There is
ones.
no way to present me for you other than Don Husam. I get to call that to myself. You don't. No one get to call me that. So Giuseppe been exposed. Husam win.
I
yet
don't.
again.
No, I don't get this exposed. Once
Because
again,
Giuseppe, the point is, I'm talking before the game, brother. You're saying now, having
Yes.
beat them 3-0, you're saying this shit. I'm saying before the game, before it happened, tough test, first challenge of the season. Because when you first opened up your shit monologue, you said, guys, this is gonna be Liverpool's first tough test of the season. But you said the same shit before the Man United game. Before the game, not now, before the game. And that is my point. We can't every time we overtake a challenge, we get through a challenge, you come tell me now, oh, the other game is the challenge. Me, what I'm saying from the beginning is same energy. First challenge is Arsenal away. Man United is a challenge because it's a rivalry. That's it. It's very basic logic. I don't get how people don't get this, honestly.
no, I get what you're saying because you just expect straight win against Chelsea. I get that.
Yes.
Yeah, but once again, I'm just saying. Once again, I've said that you're probably going to win this game. I said you're going to dominate this game. I just think that there's a possibility you slip up in this game.
How much? How much possibility?
20% that they score.
20%. Bro, what is this? You think 20% Chelsea win?
No, Chelsea draw. Chelsea
Ah,
don't
okay,
win.
okay,
I
okay,
give
okay.
no. I've said 0%
Oh.
chance they win.
Okay.
So how's it a challenge then? You just made your point even worse. So 0%
do you mean?
Chelsea win, 20% Chelsea draw, 80% Liverpool win. It's a challenge.
No, I still think it's going to be a bit of a challenge for you guys. I still think you got to keep your head on. Do you know what I mean?
Let's
I
do the
just don't-
super chats before we go to
Oh,
actually
God.
about the game and see. Can we hear Charlie's take on the game? Let me do the super chats before we go and do Charlie's opinion about how Chelsea should approach the game. 2-1 Chelsea. Osam, you're getting roasted for the rest of 2024.
Blue blood, you just made the list.
Here we go.
Right next to Giuseppe, by the way.
Castor Husam, add Ankit to the list.
Yep, Ankit
Yeah.
is on the list.
Ankit is already on the list, my man.
He's already on it because he was on fan zone with me.
Charlie Costa, how frightened of Chelsea are these two? Giuseppe and Husam.
Oh,
You
not
guys
at
frightened of Chelsea?
Not at all.
Ooh, scary. Shiver me
when
timbers.
we play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, when is it? A few weeks' time?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
November 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, I expect
3 weeks.
clean sheet victory.
That's
what I
your
expect.
first tough challenge.
No, we've played
Okay.
Man City away.
Hold on.
we
Why-
played Man
you-
City away.
you really think you have a bigger chance of winning at Stamford Bridge or an easier game than Liverpool game against Chelsea? Which one is easier, do you think? For
Who, me?
yeah, you. I'm asking you. Yeah,
The big fraud.
I'm asking you. Which game is easier for the opposition of Chelsea? Liverpool playing at home against Chelsea or Arsenal playing away at the Bridge?
Well,
Arsenal
Chelsea
Oh,
always
don't
Arsenal-
hide
Arsenal-
now.
Chelsea,
Don't
no,
hide
Chelsea,
now. Don't hide
Arsenal
now.
is easier.
Chelsea are always going to have a chance at home, isn't they? Like more. 'Cause
Don't
it's at
hide
home,
now.
surely.
Yes. Okay.
I generally believe that Arsenal this season are better away from home than at home.
Wow, what
So,
the?
so I feel like that. Listen, at the end of the day, Chelsea.
Well, like the
I don't know,
disrespect on Liverpool is fucking crazy. Like I have never seen this. And also, if this was Liverpool away, fine. Liverpool at Anfield, Chelsea going to Anfield is a much tougher picture for Chelsea than Chelsea hosting Arsenal at home.
Yeah, of course.
How's
It
that
is.
even? How's that even a? I don't think it's even comparable, bro.
You know, the only person keeping the real energy on the stream regarding this thing is me, because I acknowledge Fulham away is not a tough game. But if Charlie is going to Fulham away and he tells me it's a tough game because it's a rivalry, I'm gonna go like, yeah, you're right. There's nothing wrong with that. When you have a rival, when you have a local rival,
It's
when you
harder.
have-
Yeah.
I just gave the example. Everton are probably one of the worst teams in the league.
You didn't beat them last year.
Yeah, we didn't beat them. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because Everton are always going to give 700% against us. So obviously, for me, it's easier for Charlie to go to Everton away, and it's easier for me to go to Fulham away. This is football, rivalries,
Yeah, no,
tension.
that's fair. Makes sense. It's fair.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Charlie.
Matt is saying, "Don't Husam, wish you win this game because Don can't wait to roast you, but I'm willing to bet he will vanish after he gets destroyed. Come on, you gooners."
Oh, Don, I'm gonna destroy Don's ass, to be honest.
Okay. Samuel. Okay. Samuel. Okay. I'm gonna come to your super chats, but we're gonna clip this, Samuel. So don't delete it now. Don't delete the super chat you just said.
That was a big
Don't
donation
delete it.
coming your way, Mo, if they win.
Yeah. Don't delete. It's our way. It's our both our. It's not my channel, by the way. It's not my channel. Giuseppe, Arsenal need to win before you talk loud.
Need to win what? The league?
Something.
Need to win
yeah.
anything, bro. Something. anything, to be honest.
But I
Not
don't-
about
but-
cup.
Like,
what-
you don't put yourself in that place, bro. Don't say what.
No, but I'm confused. Like, win what in these current years? Like, what are we talking about?
Who cares? Who cares? Just win.
Okay, but we're talking about this season
You know,
right now.
Giuseppe,
No
I
one's
thought
won
better
anything
of
this
you.
season.
I really thought better of you, Giuseppe, because I've spent the last 2 months defending Arsenal. Don't make me go villain arc on your club, because it's gonna be really long.
Listen, nah. Listen. To be honest, I'm like
Just
jokes
take your
aside-
hand. It's okay. Just take your hand.
jokes
Just go
aside.
like-
I think you took me out of context a bit. By the way, I've always thought that like you're gonna win this game.
Bro, you're
Like,
stuttering, bro. You're stuttering, bro.
No, because
Stuttering.
There's a bit of
because this
back
guy
history
Stuttering,
has
bro.
made me
You're
seem like this
stuttering,
guy
bro.
has spun
It's
it.
a £2 super chat. It's all right. It's not
No,
that deep,
no.
bro. It's a £2 super chat.
No,
It's
this
okay,
guy's
bro.
super chat. This guy has spelt my name like
Whoa.
I don't even know.
Husam
what
Dagger.
spelling that is for my name.
Mhm.
Yeah, that ain't even me he's talking to the way. He's
Your,
spelt my name.
your name is a little
Yeah.
bit tough to spell.
Yeah.
Like
But no, I'm just saying. Like I feel like I think this is closer than of a game than you think I do. Do you know what I'm saying? Husam?
That's fine.
You've made it.
But don't tell me it's the first challenge when you said the same shit a month ago.
Yeah, but once again,
There's
I
no
was
but.
wrong.
That's the part.
I was
where you're
wrong. But look, once
Yeah.
again,
No,
I'm
I
just saying.
still-
I
Thank
was
you,
wrong.
that's it, you were wrong.
He's wrong. Yeah.
Done. Done. That's it. You were wrong. Thank God we got there.
But, wrong,
finally.
but I will always say I was wrong about saying that was a challenge.
Let me-
You were wrong because the result was 3-0.
guys,
So that's
Yes.
it.
let me
I
do
was
the
wrong. My predictions this season have already been trashed. I said Man United will finish top 4, and I said Cole Palmer, will be the flop of the season. Yeah, I've flopped my things already. I'm here. I'll take the L's when I say
We'll
that
give you
stuff.
another chance to redeem yourself this stream on predictions and stuff. We tried, bro. Sam tried so hard to give you a chance to redeem your prediction.
Yeah, just take it back. Just go like, you know what?
It's okay,
They didn't
it's
have
okay.
a challenge a month ago.
Anyway.
And that's it.
Let me do this. W is for my guy JJ Ashraf Habibi. Thank you so much, Habibi. تحياتي لأعلى نجمين في اليوتيوب. Thank you so much, Mo and Husam. Thank you so much. Smash the likes, people, and show MHF your support, please. Thank you, JJ, for the support. W is for my guy Ashraf in the chat, for JJ in the chat, people supporting the channel and giving us a big donation. Appreciate you so much, Ashraf, for all the support. Jum'a
Everyone,
Mubarak,
Sam
Habibi.
W is
Thank
in
you so
chat
much.
for my guy JJ. Shukran,
Yeah,
shukran
come on,
لك.
guys.
ورده
Shukran, Habibi.
ورد
W's,
قصة
W's.
Up to you, bro.
Always here for us. Big up. Thank you, JJ. Bright, we're better than us in the first half. Team with 0 shots to our 6, 3 big chances created. Mo said our season was over. He didn't have legs to stand on. I actually don't actually take things out of context. I can respond to this very easy. I said at that time, if Arsenal go to the next 3 games and don't win, which was expected, right? The games against City away, right? And there is no Odegaard, right, at that time. And there was no Rice against Spurs. And there was no Odegaard. I said the season is finished. You proved me wrong. And I'm raising my hand and I said, you proved me wrong, Habil Orta. And I said that many times. And you're trying to catch me where I already admitted that when Arsenal went to City and defended like this and won against Spurs, I said Arsenal proved me wrong. And Arteta is very adaptable this season.
Yeah,
I don't know why
it's Mo and Giuseppe. Mo apologized.
Like I said that Arteta proved me wrong. It's very simple, actually. Like I literally said that the way you played against City and the way you played without Declan Rice against Spurs and winning the game like this, it's actually hats off to you that you can win the games not being the best team on the pitch. I think it's very simple. It's very simple. Nomad is saying, Sam, please destroy this fucking Chelsea to teach the Don a lesson. I couldn't even finish straight facts because of him always talking about Arsenal.
You know, the problem is people just talk about both sides of their mouth. It's very simple. Husam says Arsenal are going to win the league. Someone asks, who's better, Husam, Arsenal or Liverpool? I say Arsenal are better than Liverpool. Don says they're in a top 4 race, but only 2 Arsenal players start for Chelsea. Like, it's just so illogical.
Yeah, but
it doesn't make sense. It reminds me of Ziyad on Al-Ahwa, and Mo remembers when he's like, okay, how many Chelsea players start for Liverpool? He's like, 8 Chelsea players start for Liverpool. And I'm like, okay, so like, what's the percentage chance of Chelsea winning? He's like, 20%. I'm like, do you listen to what the fuck you're saying before you fucking say it? There are Arsenal fans who are going like, fuck the title race, just slap Chelsea this Sunday. And listen, don't worry, the funeral will be this Sunday, so we can humble them once and for all.
Dial Square is saying, I've clocked Mo at the start of every season. He picks one team to gaslight and glaze. Last year was Spurs.
He does do that. He does do that.
Go on, Dial Square, get his ass. Let's go.
Spurs this year, it will be Liverpool, noted down. If
You know,
think
Mo
that
is the
Spurs-
type of guy to break everything down to a football level and tactics and explanations. Spurs broke him. I never saw someone
it's
give
not.
up on all his morals and principles. And Mo came to YouTube and was like, I believe in ghosts. This Spursy thing is real. It's over, guys. I admit it. I was wrong. And he was just so Spurs put Mo in a place I didn't.
I will
expect
never
him to
back
be
Spurs
in.
again. Never.
Never.
In my
Never.
life, I will never back Spurs again. Never. But anyway, for the glazing thing about Liverpool, I actually don't think so because as long as I'm being called, oh, you gaslight Liverpool, you twerk for Chelsea, I've been called an Arsenal and Arteta lover lately. Oh yeah, bro. Tanya, TikTok, Husam, you fraud, Palmer is incoming.
Shiver me timbers.
You're not scared of Palmer at all, bro.
You know
It's
the problem is
strange.
people keep talking about Chelsea's weapons. Once again, Mo Salah's coming up against Vega. Diaz is coming up against Gusto. Jota's coming up against Adarbayo and Colwell. How are you not worried? And the elephant in the room.
You wanted Colwell though. Liverpool
Yes.
wanted Colwell. Yeah. So
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Hold on, but by the way, Liverpool wanting Colwell doesn't mean he's better than Konate and Van Dijk. There's a lot of people. By the way, Man City wanting Rice doesn't mean he's better than Rodri. Like,
Yes, and here's the
that
thing,
doesn't
Charlie.
prove anything,
I
Charlie.
think me and you would look good next to Van Dijk because Lovren looked good next to him. Not to be it's just, but with Colwell, I think he's the best player out of your 5, but the back 5 in terms of like your back 5. I think he's the best one now that Fofana's not there, and he's the best on the ball as well. But the elephant in the room as well, Robert Sanchez is in goal.
yeah, it's a
I'm
problem.
not-
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
But
not trying to do-
Hassan, but
I'm
it can
not
go both ways.
genuinely. One
It can
second,
go
Mo, stop,
both- Hassan,
stop for a
but
second.
it can
Stop
go
for a
both.
second.
Be honest. With Robert Sanchez, you know that you made a video about Robert Sanchez being amazing in one game. So it
Yes.
can go both ways.
Yes.
Oh, well,
However, would it shock anyone on this panel or in the chat if 2 minutes into the game, Chelsea goal kick, and he just gives the ball to Mo Salah.
No,
of course
it wouldn't.
No, it's not a surprise. You're expecting it. Like at some point, he's going to do it. It's going to happen this season. He's going to make more mistakes. You're just waiting to see what
Sam.
match he's going to be in.
Husam,
Yeah, but
do you-
so why not this game? So why are we assuming that Robert Sanchez is gonna have that worst game this game, not the good games that he had against?
I don't know.
what's
I'm
that?
not assuming he's going to have a bad game. But what I'm saying is that there's a mistake in him, and so there's always that worry every game you go into, thinking, "Oh, I hope it's not this one," because the mistakes he's made this season so far, luckily, haven't cost us any points. But if he does in this game against Liverpool, what he done against Brighton, that's the game lost for us. Whereas luckily
See,
against Brighton, it didn't cost us anything. But if he does it in the
Sam,
big
I
game,
like this.
we're fucked.
You see, this answer now, I'm convinced. Stress, high levels, Anfield, mistakes are incoming. That is
Yes,
logical
that's the
talk.
thing. That's the thing.
That's a logical talk. Thank
like
you, Martin,
Anfield
for
can
this.
be loud as hell, rivalry
I
game.
like conversations
Sunday-
like this. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm convinced. Yes, it's more likely than not Sanchez will have this game as the mistake.
And actually,
I like-
when did Sanchez make
Sam.
mistakes? Think about it. In the high pressure games, Brighton, his
Yes.
former club, City, big pressure game. Arsenal last season, Stamford
Yeah,
Bridge,
yeah.
big
He
pressure
sucked it
game.
against Arsenal, yeah.
Sanchez, by the way, for the people that genuinely follow the track record of Sanchez is not making mistakes at home to Southampton. Sanchez is making mistakes in those like high pressure moments,
Yes,
the
okay.
caliber moments. He's making mistakes in them games.
I like
what
it. I
I'm
like this
saying.
argument. I like this argument.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good
what I'm
argument. Samuel
Sam.
is saying, here we go. Hold on. Let me. Chelsea is winning 4-2 easy. Or Sam, you will cry.
Samuel, you just made the list.
Samuel, I will super chat $250 if Liverpool win.
Oh, wow.
Redline Taranga, screenshot this and send this to me now.
We need a clip. Samuel,
Send
by
it.
the way, we need a clip of this. Okay.
Perfect, Samuel. I'm gonna be taking attendance. You see, all you Chelsea bums, everyone been waffling. I'm gonna be watch a long time. I'm gonna be taking attendance. I swear to God, I have the names here. Gonna have pen and paper. I'm gonna just take attendance. Are you here?
Samuel,
Dan Smith, CK.
Samuel, the Canadian dollars. Watch along, Husam. End of the watch along. Result ends. Liverpool win. Don Husam Channel $250.
No, he has to do it on MHF because he made the bet on MHF. So he has to do it on MHF. We're
Monday,
doing MHF late Sunday, by the way.
late Sunday. We're doing MHF late Sunday. MHF. Or you can do it to Husam as well. I don't care, to be honest. Dio, Husam, if you go villain arc on Arsenal, you will have me to deal with.
I'm not going to go villain arc on Arsenal because I actually think Arsenal are going to win the league. And Arsenal have many likable players. And I have no rivalry with Arsenal. The only rivalry I have is Giuseppe Waffles. That's the thing that I have a rivalry with. Out here going like, oh, it's the first test of the season. But a month ago, he was on the football terrace calling United the first test of the season. So like, it
Yeah, I
just
was
makes no
wrong.
sense.
I was wrong about that first test.
Okay, that's good. You were wrong.
I'll
but
probably
you
be
said
wrong
the
about
first
this
test a month
second
ago.
test as well.
Second test, exactly.
I don't think you will be wrong. I
No,
think
it's-
Chelsea
no.
will give Liverpool a good game.
Sam, on
Unle-
a test though, do you worry? An actual question: do you worry that no Alisson could affect your defense?
No.
Of course, Alisson is a big loss, but at the same time, this is where I think, and I'm not going to speak for Charlie, but genuinely, if I was in his place, I'd rather have Kelleher in goal than Sanchez, as an example, because
Yeah.
Kelleher has
Kelleher
actually
he always plays well against us, Kelleher. That's why when hearing that Alisson was out, I was like, well, it's not really that great because Kelleher against Chelsea always has good games.
Yeah, and it's the reverse of Sanchez. Why? Because Kelleher actually in the big moment have risen, like the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, but
Like
he's always done pretty well for Liverpool anyway. Like when Alisson's been out, it's not like someone shit's coming in. Like he's generally
Yeah,
speaking,
thank
when he fills in, he does pretty well. So it's this is I don't really think it's obviously it's not ideal for Liverpool, but it's nowhere near as big a disaster as what some people might think it is.
Fact.
No,
But
no,
guys,
he's-
guys, I need to finish super chats. All of them, there's 3 left. I called in to tell he's waffling. That's Dio. He literally called in to say that Giuseppe is waffling.
Dio
And Castro here is
talks so much
saying, Giuseppe, drink some water like Pep. Drink some water. Drink some water, bro. Drink some water. It's okay.
We got you, Giuseppe. I gave you the chance, and you still jumped off the bridge.
It's okay. It's okay, Giuseppe. Drink some water. And Red Indian, Mo is the biggest fraud. We'll back Liverpool stream. We'll back Arsenal stream. We'll back City in a City stream. We're Red Indian. That's fine. If you think so, it is fine. Appreciate the donation. You can ask Dio how many times me and him were fought about how Arsenal play football. You can ask the City fans, Hamza and Vator, how many times I told them that their team is not good enough, blah, blah, blah. So it's okay. If you think that, it's fine. It's fine. But I don't do this. But fine, I appreciate you. But listen, did you get the water? It's all right. It's okay.
You could drink some water.
Who, me?
Drink some
I
water.
drank water, man.
Anyway, let's go to Charlie. How do you think Chelsea will play?
Well, for me personally, I think
How
we've
do you
got to-
want Chelsea to play? How do you think Maresca will set up?
So what I want us to do is play how we've played all season. You know, I think we need to go there, take the game to them, and play to our strengths. Obviously, like we've got to be aware that it is Liverpool, and you know we maybe have to be a little bit more cautious. But I don't like it when teams change the way they play when they go to a certain ground. If you believe in how you're playing, you believe in what's got you results, then you stick with it regardless of where you're going to play. Now, there might need to be some adjustments. If you go a goal up or 2 goals up in the game, you might slightly tighten things up. But for me, I think Chelsea's best chance is for us to go and try and take the game to Liverpool. Obviously, don't go absolutely mad and leave ourselves overexposed at the back or whatever. But I think we do need to take the game to them, because if we go and we sort of sit deep a little bit and we invite pressure onto ourselves and whatnot and don't really play our natural game, that's not going to help us. For me, I want to see us play our natural game and take the game to Liverpool as much as possible, play to our strengths. And our strength is our attack. So let's utilize that. There's no point having the attack that we've got, in my opinion, and sitting deep and playing defensively and not utilizing our best weapons.
Why is this that? You know what, bro? This new notion that is going on. The attack we have.
It's good.
The attack we have. It's
Well,
good.
man,
The depth is good. The depth is very good.
We're second top scorers in the league.
All right. Okay.
Do you know what though? The one thing I disagree with you with when you say like about you should play your game against whoever you play. I don't agree with that, because I do think that you can play your game against everyone, but if there's a better way to play against them that you can play, why not play that? AKA when we played Tottenham, we knew what we could do against them. We could sit back there and we beat them that way, and it's probably a safer way to win the game. Now, I think if I was Chelsea and I was going there with your team, I'd probably say let's sit back and let's catch them on the counter attack with our pacey attack.
But
they've not really conceded a lot of goals. We'll let them control the game, and then we'll try and hit them. That's how I'd probably approach the game.
Let me ask Charlie a question then. Sorry, Joe. Would you rather, Charlie, you play toe-to-toe to Liverpool, and lose 2-0, but you look very good and you concede a couple of corner, whatever, or you defend and you lose like 1-0 or something like that, or you lose 2-1? Which one would you rather have? Which one would you rather have?
I'd rather lose going for it, personally.
That's a Spurs mentality.
No, I don't
It's
think it
literally
is.
Spurs.
No,
The Spurs bench, he went for it.
But you've lost
He
regardless.
went for it.
Yeah, but you've lost regardless. So I'd rather lose. If you're telling me how would I like to
You're
lose,
giving yourself a bigger chance by defending and staying in the game,
if
while
you still-
opens up
but
your
the end
defense.
result is still the same. So if we're going to lose, I'd rather lose having a go. If we're going to lose anyway.
Do you think
But
that's the right way to go about the game, though?
Mo,
No,
sorry,
but-
can I say something? Once again, now this is where football's getting a bit, I think, like the game of football's getting a bit confused. Just because you're going toe to toe with the game in that, don't mean that you're going to win the game more. Because I'd argue that sitting back and defending a bit more and having that strategy in the game is setting yourself up more likely to win the game against Liverpool.
Yeah, says the Arsenal fan in 2024. Absolutely. Yes, go ahead. Keep it up.
What are you talking about?
You get
Can
the
I say
point.
something? Can
Go
I say
ahead.
something?
Yeah, go
Once
ahead. You
again,
can say whatever,
once
bro.
again,
Just want to remark out there.
Once again, people say to me, and they said it, and I'll sit here and say it when they're like, "Oh, Arsenal didn't go toe to toe with City in the second half." We go toe to toe with City in the second half, we lose the game, man. It's as simple as that. I don't care what anyone says. We lose the game. We got out with a point and we should have actually won the game. Yeah, because we didn't, and we actually just sat back and we said, "You know what? It ain't about being pretty. We've tried to be pretty. We didn't win the league. It don't win you the league. We've learned this." Yeah, sometimes you got to actually adapt for games, right? I'd agree with you more if you were at home. You're away at Liverpool, yeah. Liverpool are better than you. You need to just and what your best asset is to try and counter Liverpool is the pace in your attack. That's
You know, the
probably your
problem
best-
is their media convinced them otherwise. I think the PR of Chelsea convinced them otherwise. Convinced them that they can go to Liverpool and play toe-to-toe. If they do that, which is, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to do this. If they go to Liverpool and take the game to Liverpool and dominate Liverpool and Anfield, bro, it's game over for Liverpool. It's literally game over for Liverpool.
Well, I'll
If
tell you
the-
why Charlie's right, though. In the long term, it's more beneficial to play your style everywhere you go. Klopp did this at the start of the Klopp era, and we kind of lost like 2 or 3 games by a big margin and shit, but it helped develop the players to an umpteenth degree, to the level where like we're going to play our system, we're going to play our style everywhere. Now, we already know Enzo Maresca is a Pep disciple, so he's not going to come to Liverpool and park the bus. He won't. He's going to want to play his brand of football. Now, if when he plays like his brand of football, he goes 2-0 down, 3-0 down, I doubt he's going to change it then, like as an example, because it's a possibility. I mean, we just discussed it. Literally 2 minutes into the game, Robert Sanchez goal kick, boom, Liverpool 1-0 up. Like anything can happen in that game. There are certain areas where Chelsea lack quality. Now, toe-to-toe is something that, I'll be honest with you, probably in the last 10 years, the one person that's done it most is Jurgen Klopp. In terms of, I'm just going to play my style everywhere I go. I don't give a fuck about the opponent. It goes wrong at times, and it goes really well at times. Because when it goes really well, you beat Man United 7-0, you beat Man United 5-0, you beat Chelsea by 4 goals, you beat Arsenal by 4 goals, you get all these massive results. There was a run of fixtures where we beat Arsenal like 4-1, 5-1, 5-0 in a row. There were points in time where we beat City 3 times in a row. We beat them 2-1 at the Etihad. We beat them 4-3 at Anfield, and we beat them 3-0 at Anfield. So it works both ways. But long term, I feel like if Chelsea play their style and their system everywhere, it's more beneficial long term. Even though short term, they might get a couple of results go against them. Because if Chelsea go to Anfield, park the bus, let's say, and a set piece 1-0 win for Liverpool in the 87th minute, what's that going to do to them? Like, oh, okay, next week we're going to play our style of football again. But like, you didn't tell us to play our style of football at Anfield.
I don't think about it this way, actually. I think about it from another perspective. I think about it, what gives you the best chance to win the game? That is it. End result is not my ultimate goal here now. Before the game now, all I'm thinking about, what gives Chelsea the best chance? I believe defending a little bit deeper, Liverpool will struggle against a low block, counter-attack with Palmer, Madueke, and Jackson. Is that if you don't win that way, okay.
No,
I think it gives you more
point.
to win the game than having opened up against Liverpool.
If you can stay in the game longer, you've got more of a chance.
That's it.
That is definitely fair, and that's definitely right. So I understand where you're coming from, but then there's always the flip side that you can defend really well. It could be goalless or whatever, or you're winning, and then or whatnot, and then you let a goal in right at the end, and you ain't got enough time to go and try and win the game. So there's also that way as well, where you might try and see it out the whole game and get a draw, but if you concede with a couple minutes to go, you're fucked, and you've got no time left.
I think we just have different way of looking at the games, to be honest with you. But you would still start that is why the majority of the Chelsea fans want to start Sancho. But that's why other people said, the rivals say we'll start Neto on the counter-attack. Chelsea fans, they want to go toe-to-toe. They're like, get Sancho on.
Yeah, but they'll be talking about Neto starting instead of Madueke.
No, actually, people said they want to start Madueke and Neto for speed in the counter-attacks.
I'd be more worried if I saw Neto than if I saw Sancho.
100%. Every transition is dangerous with 2 speedy guys on both wingers.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool don't defend like other teams. Both fullbacks push up. And if you have both wingers running, you split the defense for Nicholas Jackson. I think it's different. Sancho is a standing guy. Dribbles on the stand, slow dribbling and stuff like that. He needs time. Neto is on the run. Get Neto the ball and make him run, bro.
More ball to feet, essentially.
Yeah. He's like, he wants to stand. He's going to play in tight spaces. Sancho's Neto is gonna run at Konate, run at Trent. That's different than Sancho. Trent can force Sancho back all the time, but he can't do that with Neto running at him with speed. I don't know. I think Neto is more suited unless And I don't see it happening unless you dominate fucking Liverpool at Anfield, bro. If you dominate Liverpool at Anfield, this is peak,
But
bro.
then,
It's peak.
but then again, Chelsea think they've got the best team in the league. That's why. Not you, bro. But like a lot of Chelsea fans, like
Nobody thinks that, bro. Nobody thinks that.
They do, Mo.
Bro, they
Elton
just-
John was comparing his
Tell me.
squad to Man City. Have some shame,
Bro,
Mo.
they just say that, bro. I don't think they believe it, bro.
No,
No,
they
they
believe
don't.
it.
They
They're
believe
telling
it.
me that. Hold on. No, they do. They believe that Cole Palmer is currently the best player in the league.
He
They
is.
believe that they've got the best midfield
But he
in the
is.
league.
But he is.
They believe
Is
they've
he?
got the best midfield in the league. No, he's not.
What do you mean?
But
Who's
what-
better than him then?
Haaland!
Haaland's been better
right
than him.
now?
What is this, man?
Yes,
Haaland
Haaland
is
has
better
played
than Cole
all
Palmer.
like
No, on current form, who's better? Who's better right now? Cole Palmer's the best player in the league right now.
I disagree.
Listen. I'll sit here and argue a lot of things. Like this is the
I
thing.
haven't
Like,
fought.
I think there's a discussion. If you're talking about the whole the Premier League season as a whole, who's been consistently more effective for their team, Cole Palmer or Bukayo Saka? I'd argue that Saka's been more effective for Arsenal than Cole Palmer have been for Chelsea this
What,
season.
because he's whipped in a few corners and that's bumped his assists up.
Yeah, well, it gets you goals, don't it? It
Yeah,
gets you
but-
goals, bro.
No, it does. But what we're saying here is that Saka's more effective because he's whipped a few corners in.
I'm saying he's more effective because he's got GA in every single game this season.
Yeah, fine, but he's not. Saka's never going to score 4 goals in a game. He just won't.
I don't need him to do that.
He's never going to do that.
I don't
Like
need him to do that.
he can't do that. He can't put a free kick top bins like Palmer. He don't influence games like Palmer does.
He
They're
definitely influences games like that. Come on, now you're being a bit out. Listen,
no,
you can't
hold
tell
on.
me that
Can-
this guy don't influence games like Palmer. When we went 1-0 down against, I know we were 1-0 down against Southampton. This guy pulls out 2 assists and a goal, and we win the game 3-1.
Look, Saka's a great player. That's not up for debate. He is very, very good, and as is Palmer. But I honestly think that Palmer is a better player than Saka right now. Like in terms of current form. Now, Saka's got the longevity on him, absolutely, and has been doing it for a longer time, and obviously broke through further. But Saka has never had a season like Cole Palmer had last season. Never in his career done what Palmer had a season like that.
But what do you mean had a season like that?
In terms of doing what Palmer did, in terms of the accolades he's picked up, in terms of if Saka can if Saka can contribute to Arsenal winning the Premier League, then that elevates him further into the conversation more. But I just think right now, this is not about Saka being a bad player, by the way. I like Saka and think he's great. But in terms of right now, current form right now and start of the season, I think Palmer's been slightly better.
We can argue. The thing is that I'm going to say one thing is, you're saying about him bringing us a Premier League, but then talk to me when Cole Palmer's actually competing for the league with you guys and producing producing the numbers when he's actually competing for a league and not competing to try and get Europa League spots, and then not getting them because obviously you got knocked down.
Because United won the fucking cup,
But look, like
that's the challenge.
so if you want to go last season, 33 GA,
most in the league. Yeah, most in the league.
Yeah, for a team that he's doing everything. Like when we're saying this, he's the guy.
Yeah, he was doing everything last season. Everything was through him. Yeah.
So he didn't get that much more than Saka last season. Saka last season got 25. Yeah. We forget that assists count here. Like I hear goals and assists. I hear it. Cole Palmer's a great player. Cole Palmer is one of the best players in the league right now. But I just think that he gets a little bit overhyped. I'll stick to this the whole time. I'll stand on this. He's not the best player. You can't tell me he's the best player in the league right now. Yeah. When Haaland's doing what Haaland's doing, I don't care. Like what I'm not even trying to say Saka. I'm just saying.
Sam, who do you think's the best player in the league right now?
Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Because one bad game for Erling Haaland does not mean that I'm going to ignore the other 6 games.
No, of course not. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm not going to do the recency bias because Palmer scored 4 against Brighton. I mean, Erling Haaland, to be honest with you, the first 3 games, if he didn't play for City, I doubt they'd get any point in any of those games. The Brentford game, I spoke to City fans, and they were saying literally Haaland won them the game on his own because they were shit against Brentford as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go Haaland. And I put in second place Virgil van Dijk because we're top of the league, lowest XG conceded, most clean sheets, so I'm not just gonna bypass that. And Virgil van Dijk has been the guy in the defense at his age. I think it's fair to say best centre back in the world at this moment in time. So I put Palmer third place. I do think this season Palmer has been better than Saka. But if you tell me overall, I still say Saka's better than Palmer.
I'm
Because you
not,
need
by the
more.
way, I'm not
more
saying
of it.
Saka has been. I'm saying it's an argument, and this is why this is all I was saying. That's why I say Haaland's the best player, been the best player in the league.
But at the same
By
time,
the way,
Saka
but then Chelsea fans, just to rebuttal what they say, you just said, because he's whipped a couple corners in. Well, then if you want to go to last season's GA, how many penalties did Palmer score?
Yeah, no, yeah, but it got look, if it's fair, assist and a goal's a goal at the end of the day. Like that is both. Those are both fair points. Like they still count as saying they both still go on the tally. But I don't know how they got onto this, but yeah.
No, we're just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Chelsea fans think they've got the best. Their midfield apparently is the best in the league.
Oh man,
I've
never.
And
said
I know
that.
you haven't said that. I know you haven't said that, bro. But I've had Chelsea fans trying to tell me that only.
Yeah, that's mad.
By the way, they said 3 Arsenal players get into Chelsea's team, and then even one of them, they were like, actually, I don't know, Gabriel over Colwill. I don't know, actually, Colwill and Saliba.
No, Gabriel and Saliba both start for Chelsea. That's not even a conversation.
Arsenal's whole defense starts for Chelsea. That's and the goalie. Like that's already 5 players. Yeah, that's without talking about Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice. But like, yeah. So this is why I say that Chelsea fans, and I know you're not one of them, and there is quite a few Chelsea fans that don't believe that. The same way there's a lot of Arsenal fans that are.
By the way, Charlie, we tell that to every Chelsea fan that comes here. We tell them it's not you, it's the others.
No. We don't say that to every
It's a
Chelsea fan.
joke, bro. I'm joking.
But obviously, there's
Charlie
Arsenal fans
actually is objective, which is rare.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. But I'm just saying that's why Chelsea think they can go toe to toe, Mo. That back to the original point. That's why Chelsea fans don't want to sit back, because a lot of them think like they're. I guarantee, yeah, deep down, not you, but a lot of Chelsea fans probably think their squad's better than Liverpool. They think their team's better than Liverpool's. So they think
Yeah,
they
they
go
are,
toe to
they are.
toe. No, they are.
Yeah.
Charlie's thinking about what should I do here? Should I back my team? Or,
No, but
and be on the good side of these people on this chat?
There's no point. There's no point in lying about it, though, is there? Let's be honest. Like, I can't come here and say that Chelsea's got a better team than Liverpool, because we don't. We can cause them problems, absolutely, but we've got a better team than them. Not right now. So we've got a very good squad.
I don't think I have even a close team to Liverpool.
No, but we've got a very good squad, right? And that's we're in a different. I don't want to use the word phase, but we're in a different situation right now compared to what Liverpool are. Like this squad and this team is not that established at the moment. So maybe in a couple of years' time, we might be able to have that conversation. But right now, like I can't come here and if I came here and said to be a better team than Liverpool, I'd just be lying. And it's so, I'm not going to do that. I've got to be honest about it.
I don't think your team is remotely close to Liverpool. Remotely close to
I don't
Liverpool.
think we're a million miles away, but they're
I
definitely
think
better.
you're a million miles away.
No, come on, man.
Starting 11.
You know, honestly, what makes
Do you
the
guys
difference-
know why? Can I explain this take, Husam,
the
before you
world
come in?
class players are the ones that make the
Exactly, Husam. They have plenty of difference makers. Like
Yeah.
one of them,
difference.
we're
Like
not
you
talking
10 years
about
ago,
that.
by the way.
People don't understand my point. Your team is not bums. Chelsea
Right.
are not bad. I back Chelsea to get top 4. But that quality of Van Dijk in the defense, it equals 3 players automatically. Why? Because anybody can play next to Van Dijk and look okay. Trent as a right back, difference maker from the right back. The way Gravenberch is playing, say equal to Caicedo. Salah can win you the game by himself. Jota, as clinical as he is. That is what Alisson in the goalkeeper. That is what I mean. You're way. It will take you a while until your players get to that level of a Van Dijk, on Alisson or Salah. You don't have these guys yet. The rest of the team maybe it's fine. That is why I'm saying you're way behind Liverpool. You might have abundance of players, but these difference makers, you have Cole Palmer. It's Cole Palmer. Everyone else is good, but they aren't difference makers. You cannot rely on Cole to carry a defense. Sanchez cannot lead. From the
I
back.
never said that. I never said we were going to rely on
That's
Cole
my
to
point.
lead.
It's not me underrating Chelsea.
That's
It is
fair.
thinking that Liverpool have the difference makers. That's my point.
Same way, by the way, 10 years ago, Torres wasn't a bum and Mascherano wasn't a bum, and like these players aren't bums, But John Terry is a difference maker. Carvalho is a difference maker. Lampard is a difference
Yeah,
maker.
of course.
Pogba's a difference. These are the things that eventually they add. Because here's the thing. Mo asked me this question in the summer, and this was a question that was all summer long, Charlie. I had it literally all summer long. Are you going to fall off after Klopp? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? I said, listen, the fact that Mo, Trent, Van Dijk, and Allison are still here, they're going to win me 60 points on their own. And by the way, it's been proven. I mean, the first 3 games, genuinely, I think Mo Salah is like 80% of the reason why we won them. I'm not even exaggerating. Mo alone, like, again, Old Trafford away, 3 GA. He assisted both goals and scored the third. Bologna, prime example. Assist for the McAllister goal, scored the goal against Bologna. You take Mo Salah away from that equation, we might not even beat Bologna at home.
You struggle,
That's how much a world-class player has an impact on a team. I don't think Chelsea have bums at all.
Yeah,
Chelsea competing for top 4. I have Newcastle above them. Not in terms of quality, simply for the fact that they play 1 game a week, and that's it. Isak, Gordon, Bruno Guimaraes, and Joe Linton playing 1 game a week, going to be good for Newcastle. But for me, listen, Enzo Maresca is done a bit better than we expect, but it's all about consistency.
Yeah,
Meaning-
Charlie even said he was very surprised by Enzo Maresca.
No, yeah, I've been surprised. I don't think anyone expected him to do this well. But the one thing I would say, and I think it's the same for Slot as well, is that we don't know what these managers and what these teams are going to be like when we go through a difficult run. How's Maresca going to respond to us when we do go on a run of games or we don't win for 2, 3, or 4 matches? How's he going to respond to that? How are the team going to respond to that? We don't know these questions, so there's still a lot of unknowns. So whilst we've started well, I still appreciate that there are a lot of unknowns with this team still. We've got Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United away, and Arsenal at home as our next 4 Premier League matches. Now, we could, in theory, we could lose all 4 of those. There's a chance, right? And what I want to know is what we don't know right now is how this team's going to respond to difficult moments and how they're going to respond to adversity. So that's something that we still need to find out, which is why, despite the good start, we need to see where we're at against the better teams. And between now and the next international break, we'll have a lot better idea about how good Chelsea actually are.
This is true.
Yes. Let me do the super chats before we get out of here, people. Love to you, Modo. Thank you, Red Indian. Thank you, Habibi. Thank you so
Red Indians
much.
rowing back on the criticism.
Chelsea guy on the bottom right, you look and talk like
I've been told that so many times.
I don't think you look or talk
No,
like
I don't think I do either, but I've been told.
Not at all.
Been told
I
it so many
completely
times.
see it.
Yeah,
I
I've been told. Yeah, I've
Unless
been
you
told
put it
it.
in Husam's head, خلاص. You're Thomas Tuchel from now on. خلاص.
I don't know how your hair looks like, obviously, because you're wearing a hat, but could have similar hair.
I don't think it is. Like,
I'm not asking you to take off the hat.
No.
I'm not asking you to take it off. If you don't want to take it off because your hairline is mad, I understand.
No, we're not asking you to do that. We're not. It's not. We don't pressure people to do that here.
Only
Yeah,
pressure
I've been
when
told
you
that
laugh.
many times before.
Yeah.
But maybe I could be they're the Southgate lookalike at all the England games, isn't they? Maybe I'll be the Tuchel one for the 26 World Cup. Maybe I have to
How
cash in.
about
on it.
you grow a little bit of beard, try, and then leave it a little bit. Maybe you look like Thomas Tuchel more because he has this kind of sometimes.
Yeah,
all this-
maybe I'll try and see if I can get to the World Cup for free. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, good. Try it. Enzo is a pragmatic manager. Chelsea versus West Ham, less.
Yeah, but when you said just
that possession?
that was after you slapped
think
them.
so.
Like that was after you were 3-0 up.
Yeah.
He might be.
Yeah,
It
no,
might be pragmatic.
West Ham were shiz against us.
Yeah.
Ryan, Freezer, Bern, Palmer cried when teams doubled him. I don't know about that. Is that true?
No, the 2 games that I can remember, right? Bournemouth away, they done a job on him and he wasn't effective, but we still won, so it doesn't really matter. West Ham away, he wasn't. I know he scored, but he wasn't that effective. West Ham tried to do a job on him. We took him off after an hour and we comfortably won the game. So those are the 2 games really where he was marked out of it. Forest, to a degree, he was as well, but he still had a half decent game, not to his levels. So I don't agree with that at all. like, yeah, teams are going to try, and he's been less effective when he's been doubled up on. But because the supporting cast are stepping up a bit now, it doesn't matter as much as it would have done last season.
Yeah. Tanya, bro, Saka can't lace Palmer's boots. Don't be silly. Palmer most GA last season and this season more GA. What are you talking about, mate?
Okay, let me just say a couple of things to the super chat. First of all, what that last comment just said, like, come to me, yeah, when every game Palmer's coming up against low blocks and he's getting doubled up on and he's getting tripled up on and he's getting kicked to crap every game and still producing. Then
A very weak argument, but fine.
Yeah,
Right.
but hold on. Yeah, it's not a weak argument. This guy, yeah, you can't say he can't lay Saka's boots, and Saka's been doing it year
Yeah,
after
no, you
year
can't
after
say that.
year
You can't
after
say
year.
that.
Yeah, and first of all,
I
it's a-
agree. Actually, you can't say can't lace his boots. That's too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Palmer's
that's
the
actually
most
way
GA.
far
that's
from.
mental.
Because
agree.
and
I
by the
agree,
way,
of course.
Palmer,
Tanya always
but-
does this, you know, like always
Yeah,
takes it to the
the
extreme.
Palmer's most GA in the league. If you want to start going on the GA route, yeah, and I know you mentioned this earlier, Mo. If we want to go down the GA route this year, yeah, Havertz has the same GA as Haaland, yeah. So we want to go down this.
There's a better
And
thing.
Havertz is better than Haaland.
And actually, there's a better thing to say. If you want to go down the GA route, Tanya, you have to admit right now that Mo Salah is better than Eden Hazard. Say it in the chat right now. If you say that, then I know for a fact you keep the same energy. But watch how he won't keep the same energy. Say it. Don't even send the super chat. Nothing. Say my energy is the same.
A he or a
Salah's
she? Tanya.
There's
I
a
think it's
Tanya in there. Must, yeah, I don't know.
Must be a
I
she.
don't know.
Must
She or
be.
he?
Must
Must
be.
be.
He,
Shit.
she, they, them, who cares? Can you just admit that Salah's better than Hazard in the chat? That's what we want. Admit that shit right now in the chat, and we can say you keep the same energy. Until you say that, don't talk to me. Watch
All
now. She'll
right.
start talking about ability and all this technique.
But he lit games. What will the new agenda be if Liverpool do be?
The new agenda,
Chelsea-
the new agenda is destroy Husam on every single live stream. Number one. Number two, Liverpool are up the title race. Number three, Chelsea are in the title race.
But
Chelsea are in the title
what
right now.
I would say, right? If we do win at Anfield, it's totally pointless unless we back it up by winning 2 out of 3 against Newcastle, Man United, and Arsenal. Because otherwise, it's if you
100%.
Because if you win at Anfield, but then we don't beat Newcastle, we don't beat Man United, or we don't beat Arsenal, it's completely
That's-
pointless. So it's only worthwhile if we back it up by winning at least 2 of the 3 games afterwards as well.
Yeah, 100. I agree. And also, there will be pressure because you have to not lose against Arsenal at home if you beat Liverpool away. 100%.
Yeah.
Red Indian. If you frauds, no one mentioned Foden better in tech. Wallahi, all I'm going to tell you that Foden is not even in this conversation at all with us. Like, I think Foden is the 10th best player in the league at the current moment, with all due respect.
This
Kai
is the
Havertz
thing,
is better than Foden, bro.
once again, this
now.
is the thing. This is the one thing when with the argument of Saka all the time. Thing is with Saka, he's consistent. Like, he don't have these
See,
sort of
watch,
level
watch,
of
watch,
drop
watch.
offs.
Watch.
My energy is the same. Hazard is better. Oh, you just
Wallahi.
keep PA though.
Wallahi.
See, and wallahi as well. This is the problem with these Chelsea fans. It's just zero consistent logic. If you're about GA, just say Salah's clear of Hazard, and you're
Yeah,
correct.
you're purely basing it on GA. It's not even a conversation.
If they're purely doing GA, then Drogba ain't even top 50 strikers now.
But we're gonna wrap it up here. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. On the eye, who's better, Saka or Palmer? Everyone said.
I would rather watch Palmer.
They're both brilliant on the eye, though.
Giuseppe,
I don't know. I think
answer the question.
Who would you pay to watch, Sam? If you could only watch one, who would you pay
Saka.
to watch?
Mo
Saka.
Salah.
Or how about, no, out of Palmer or Saka, who are you paying to watch?
Paying to watch, I'd probably say Saka still.
Still,
Yes.
I think Saka's game gets disrespected massively, man.
Mo, who
Honestly,
are you paying to watch out of the 2 of them? You can only watch one of them. Who are you paying to watch?
I would watch Palmer now at the current moment. Yes, I watch.
Yeah.
Palmer. But I still think Saka is more effective. If you're asking me,
Fair.
in full effect. But the reason why I asked this question before I end the show is that if we're talking ability and all the stuff, who's better? People would argue Palmer, and GA at the current moment, people say Palmer. So it's not only about the GA. Anyway,
No, it's not. it's eye test as well. Yeah.
Exactly. So if he's beating him in both aspects, eye test and GA, ability and GA, where do we go from here? As Husam says. That's the case, though. Listen, thank you everybody that watched us. Before you go, Charlie's in the description, Blue Brothers FC in the descriptions as well, and Giuseppe Sicilian Gooner channel in the description as well, along with my channel, Husam's channel, of course, in the description. Don Husam and Footy Judge Mo. But listen, that is it for today. It's done. I'm done. Husam is doing a show at 11. Liverpool fans, where they're going to go and say 5s and 7s. So Chelsea fans, make sure to be there, because I want people to keep an eye on what this guy is going to say. They're going to sit together, Liverpool fans. They're gonna, we can smash these Chelsea teams 5, 7s. What if we win by 6 goals? But listen, people, appreciate everyone that joined us. Smash a like before you go, because you guys are all frauds in the chat. Appreciate everyone that supports us. Great shout out to JJ, Ashraf for supporting us. Brilliant show, guys. Appreciate you, Charlie. Glad to have you, Giuseppe, as always. We'll see you guys soon. And we are out of here, people.